Hey guys, welcome back to Release the Craftin. Priscilla here with another one of these little Globleland dye tutorials. They sent these to me for review, and now I'm sharing them with you guys. All the information about them will be linked down below. We're going to try this little, like, sliding, moving photographic element thing. I don't know what it's actually called, but I will link it down below so you can check it out if you're interested. We're going to start out by picking out some of the images we want to use. I want to use this like creepy snake x-ray and this wallpaper image. And I'm going to tell you guys right now that these came with some directions. They're not really directions. It took me a little bit to figure this out. I had to make like a template and all that stuff, but I figured it out. So I'm happy to share it with you guys because this came out really cool. I'm very happy with how it came out. But what we're going to do is back these onto just a regular cardstock. This is just some scrapbook paper cardstock that I have laying around in my scraps. We're going to back this because this needs to be very sturdy and stable because it's going to do a lot of moving and sliding against each other. So it's going to wear down over time as that mechanism gets a little bit overworked. So to prevent that, we're going to back it so that it has a little bit more strength and stability. So to get everything ready, I got everything backed, and then this bottom piece, the piece that's going to be the bottom, has a little top cover over it to cover up mostly just the white paper background. If I didn't have like extra white paper space, I wouldn't have bothered with this step whatsoever. But I think this is a really cool idea. You can actually do two images together, but for what I wanted to use this for, I only did one image. But you can do two images, like one transitioning into another with this, and it's a really cool effect. So this was a really fun dye, and I'm really happy that I got this one because the effect is super cool. I definitely know that I'm going to be using it again. I'm going to fussy cut this little flower out. That's going to come in handy later on as a final little touch. But I'm just getting all my stuff together, like my mise en place, my stuff in place, so that I can assemble this pretty quickly. And I'm going to start taping everything down because I don't want any of these pieces to slide. These little tiny pieces aren't super like particular on where they're located or anything like that. But I just don't want stuff sliding around. So I'm going to use a little washi tape to secure these down. These pieces are the ones I'm more concerned about. These are like bigger circle pieces. So I'm definitely going to make sure that those don't slide around anywhere, especially this one because I used the little frame piece. So I don't want the wheel to slide to a place it's not supposed to go and interrupt that frame. And this die comes with it. I didn't show it, but it comes with the little circle that cuts that frame out, so everything matches up really nicely. So once everything is cut out, I'm just going to get them all removed and carefully remove the washi so it doesn't tear my paper. I actually end up not using the little banner bits, but I have them, so they're in my little stash now, which is a nice little like extra effect, little bonus piece that I don't really need for this project, but it will definitely come in handy for other projects. And then I'm just going to go through the entire process of making sure I get all the little bits cut out. I didn't wait for my glue to dry completely on this, so like some of this paper is being a little bit resilient. On my test piece when I cut, all these dies cut through perfectly fine. So it's not the die, it's me, because I was like, no, must hurry through. So there's some glue issues that are preventing the paper from separating and cutting apart like it should. But it's okay. So the important thing to note is on this piece, there's a little extra cut on one part of the circle, and that's where your little handle goes through. And then this is the fiddliest part of fiddly things, and you're going to watch me struggle to put this together. But you basically slide one image, like the loose piece, the loose tabs, into the other image that has the fixed tabs back there, and then you can pop your little handle to the front. The problem is that little like mouth at the bottom for your handle. I could not get that to line up like in a way that I could reveal the entire image. No matter how hard I tried, no matter what position I started in, I could not get those to line up, and I was so confused. So I just gave up and decided to not continue to fuss with it because I didn't want to wear down those papers more than I had to, because it was like causing some creasing to continue trying to take it apart and put it back together again. So I just ended up making the little slit at the bottom bigger, and it worked out just fine. So you're going to see me do that here in a second. I'm going to take my little craft knife and just extend that circle a little bit further, and it's going to do everything we need, and it has no impact on the final result. It's going to work out perfectly once we do that. So just something to note. It's probably like operator error, but I couldn't get it to go right no matter how much I tried. And I couldn't even do that on my test piece either. But see, we got it. It finally closed all the way. So I have a brad for this turn mechanism, because like I said, this didn't come with directions, so I don't actually know what all these little circle pieces are supposed to be for. I can only guess based on the little final picture that they had, and then some of them I had no idea what they were for. So I used a brad to secure our pieces together to keep that middle part from sliding around, and then I'm assuming that, like, because this bottom piece holds the brad like little tines perfectly, that's everything that worked out. So then I ended up cutting another circle out of another little piece of paper, and then just adding a little, using my little decal edge scissors to cut it out and make it into a frame to sort of finalize, or finish off the look of this project. And as you can see, I'm still in shabby creep mode, so there's still shabby creep things happening. Even though the book does not hold anything else, it's going to hold this. But I just sort of get that together so I can apply that over the top. The important thing is to not glue this to the actual parts that are moving, and just to that outside edge, so you want to be careful when you place this down, but it works out just fine. And because we backed everything, it works out really well. And you saw I used my little sandpaper disc to scuff up the top of the brad, because I'm going to stick that flower piece to the top of it as like the final finishing touch, because I don't actually like the way this brad looks. So I'm going to use a little E6000. It's probably a little extreme, but I want it to stick to this metal piece. But yeah, it works perfect. It reveals that little like snake skeleton bit, and everything slides and does the things it's supposed to do. So I'm going to glue down my little frame and then back this onto another cardstock. It's important to not glue the moving circle parts down. You just want to glue the outside edge and the corners down. And I'm going to stitch it together so it looks like a finished piece. And then that's going to be it. That's going to be our whole project. So, yeah, like, thanks to Globleland for sending me these, because it was really fun. I'm really in love with this die in particular. I want to use it again and again and again. And I had a lot of fun putting these little tutorials together. And I will definitely use their other dies and other crafty things in the future. And I'll probably go back and visit their site, because they gave me a little, like, discount code and stuff like that. So, yeah, definitely going to check them out again and, do stuff like that. It was a fun little partnership. But there's our finished piece, guys. It came out so great. So that's going to be it for me. I will catch you guys all on the next one. Made it to the end of the video. I appreciate your faces. And until next time, guys, happy crafting. Bye.